This is a replication challenge, and you're going to have to recreate this highly elevated version of a classic dessert.
I have never made a cake like this before in my life.
That means 4 layers of perfectly executed chocolate sponge, infused with kirsch syrup, a layer of chocolate ganache in the middle, delicate yet decadent mousseline cream, fresh Murillo cherries soaked in kirsch and topped with chocolate curls.
I have never baked a Black Forest cake before, so okay.
You have to make the perfect sponge batter. It has to cook evenly. You need to get it cooled down before you can start building the cake. A lot is involved in this.
If you screw up one element in this cake, you are done.
Hi there, Nadia.
Hi, Chef Michael.
Today, you had a burst of confidence, you spoke your mind, you had an opinion. Are you going to take that same approach with this baking pressure test?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this is probably going to be the time where you guys see why I'm really here.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Watch the clock. Thank you.
Oh, that smells good.
The mousseline is basically a pastry cream base that's had lots of extra butter whipped into it, so it is light, creamy, but very rich. You could make the ganache before the pastry cream because it too needs to cool down, and that has to go in the center of the cake.
You only have 80 minutes. That's not a lot of time, so you gotta multitask. Get the pastry cream going.
Mike's flying.
Get the ganache going. Go, 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 go.
They have less than 8 minutes left. At this stage, all of the cooks should be placing their cakes on the pedestal and starting to assemble their Black Forest cake.
But if you assemble on the turntable and then try and lift onto the pedestal, you could be in trouble.
I look behind me and everyone is a step behind.
So Reem is ahead now in the assembly process. What a comeback.
Not getting eliminated.
I get up to my 4th layer, and I'm thinking, I still have this on my decorating table here. I need to get this on my plating dish. It's too heavy. Like, this thing is just gonna crumble.
This is so uncomfortable to watch. Oh, my Lord.
Good job, Mikey.
Incredible.
Oh my God, it worked.
1 minute, you have 1 more minute left, come on.
Look at this. The last one to get the cake in is the first one to bring the cake to the front.
Coming up.
Wow.
What a turn of events. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Oh my God. Good job, guys.
Good work.
Whoa. Nadia, I must say, this cake looks almost perfect. The moment of truth. Look at that. Whoa, look at that. That is perfection.
Thank you, Chef.
That's very nice because the cake is perfectly moist. The mousseline cream, it's light, it's tasty, it's rich.
Thank you.
The ganache, good consistency. Are you here to stay?
Yeah, I'm here to take this all the way to the end. That's why I'm here.
Well, I believe you. Watch out, watch out. 1, 2, 3, lift!
Oh my God, I've never cooked with coffee before.
All right.
With a small infant daughter, I have a very intimate relationship with coffee. My mind is racing to figure out, what am I gonna do?
For this first mystery box, you're gonna have to think outside the mug. I want you to look under that hill of beans to find out how you have to prepare your dish.
Oh my God.
This says savory, and my heart sinks and drops. The recipes that were going through my mind were only dessert recipes.
I'm so happy I don't see the word savory. Personally, I wouldn't want coffee in savory food.
As you can see, half of you will be going sweet, while the rest of you will be going savory.
Cooks, you have 60 minutes to pour yourself into this mystery box challenge. Now, everything you need to succeed is in this kitchen. The rest is up to you.
Are you ready to impress us?
Yes,
The time starts now.
Coffee is one of the most exciting and diverse ingredients to work with. You can actually use it as a flavoring agent, almost like a spice.
Hi there, Becky. So you got sweet. So what are you cooking?
I'm gonna do a dark chocolate and coffee eclair.
And you're gonna be making a choux pastry?
Yeah,
That's a tricky one to make.
Yeah, I didn't use a recipe, so it might not work.
You didn't use a recipe?
I know what it looks like, so hopefully it will work.
Fingers crossed it all goes smoothly. Keep an eye on the clock.
I make choux pastry quite a lot at home. I mean, I find it pretty easy, but some people have a really hard time. I know what I'm doing, I'm not stressed, so.
Becky, it looks like she's done, finished. She is unflappable.
It seems like nothing rattles Becky. She's always in the zone.
Becky might have enough time to actually make herself a cup of coffee.
Oh my God, my plating looks awful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up!
Amazing job. Incredible.
We did it.
Becky,
Don't really get excited about things, but I'm shaking on the inside. It's coffee and dark chocolate eclairs.
the recipe you used was right off the top of your head.
Yeah.
For a classic choux pastry, something that pastry chefs work relentlessly at to perfect for years.
Yeah, I just did it by eye.
That's pretty impressive, I would say. Let's take one of these, open it up, and see how it looks from the inside. Look at that. Pretty full in there. The pastry cream is incredibly soft. And you have a good balance of coffee in there, and that dark, bitter chocolate works really, really well with it. I think you could have cooked the choux pastry buns a little longer,
Yeah.
but it is very good. Which is why I had to have a second bite.
Let's taste. Watch out behind you. Incredible. The coffee flavor just pops. The pastry cream is beautiful, smooth, and velvety. It really is incredible.
Thank you.
Your fate comes down to a sweet finale. A delicious creme caramel under a delicate dome of sugar.
Thank God I'm not down there.
The whole dish has to have an enticing golden color. And your perfectly set caramel needs to have a silky smooth consistency.
If it falls apart, so will your dream.
Desserts are not my forte. I'm really worried.
First thing I gotta do is the base for the creme caramel, which is just melted sugar.
Creme caramel is a layer of caramel at the base, custard in the middle, and then you flip it over so the caramel is actually on top.
With that 30 minutes, they have to multitask. They need to get the caramel cooking, cook another batch of sugar in order to make their cages, plus your egg custard. So 3 things simultaneously.
Making this creme caramel is an enormous task because you only have 30 minutes, and most of the time that creme caramel should be in the oven.
Come on, guys!
The caramel that I have at the bottom of my ramekin is perfect.
My caramel, it's beautiful, golden brown. I put it in an ice bath. I need that to set. Now, I work on my custard.
This is a crucial step. You need to add the hot milk and cream to the egg yolk base very slowly so that you don't overcook those eggs in the bowl. Marissa is already adding her scalded milk and cream to her egg yolk base.
Marissa is laser focused. I'm noticing, though, Jonathan's moving kind of slow.
I'm trying to be methodical and careful because I only get one chance at this. If the creme caramel doesn't set, you lost the battle.
Keep going, guys.
The most crucial element to this dish is the custard. I'm feeling pretty good about the timing.
She just put her base in the oven, in that hot water bath.
You guys are doing great.
Good job, guys.
Good job, good job, good job.
While the custard's in the oven, I now have 16 minutes to sort out that sugar dome on top.
I see Marissa is oiling the underside of a ramekin. That's where she's going to throw her spun sugar in order to create the cage.
She is attacking this challenge with military precision. They're both on to their sugar for the spun sugar cage.
Jonathan, look down at Marissa's and see what she's doing.
Marissa's trying to churn out her cage right now. And she's pulled it off.
Yes, beautiful.
Marissa's taking her flan out of the oven now.
I need to give my custard at least 2 minutes in that blast chiller. So I Usain Bolted. Behind you.
2 minutes, you have 2 minutes left.
I've done every step. I've got my sugar dome. My elements are there. I just need this custard to be cool.
Demolding time, guys. Let's go.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on.
My hands are shaking so much. I run a knife around the ramekin, put a plate over top, close my eyes, and flip it over. It comes out perfect.
Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Come on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Oh, my heart.
I came here as a savory home cook, but just because something's unfamiliar to me doesn't mean I can't do it.
Hello, Marissa.
Chef Michael?
You just went for it. Drive, get the job done. And look at it. It's impressive.
Yeah, I'm stunned.
It glistens, it's crisp, it's amazing. The cook is wonderful on it. It is warm, has a good long flavor to it. It's absolutely delicious.
I'm about to cry because I didn't think I could do this. I really doubted myself on this one. I'm just overwhelmed by what I've just achieved.
The first sweet classic you must recreate is no ordinary Nanaimo bar. This deconstructed delight is made with coconut gelée, flourless chocolate cake, and a vanilla creme brulee smear.
Next up, it's a treat that is iconic and all Canadian. The butter tart. A perfectly baked pâte sucrée provides a pastry vessel for rum-soaked figs, buttery brown sugar custard, and a ginger meringue.
I'm very intimidated. These desserts are not easy, and they have a ton of working components.
The third and final dish is definitely not your grandmother's blueberry grunt. Our take on this East Coast classic is cornmeal cake, wild blueberry jam, salted chantilly cream, mascarpone lemon cream, and tarragon.
It's no secret that I'm not a baker in the slightest. They all terrify me equally.
There's no room for error. Perfection is required.
This is intense. This is about as intense as it gets.
3 iconic Canadian desserts elevated in 75 minutes. I wouldn't want to be in this pressure test.
Come on.
To me, it is the amount of elements that they have to create. Each one has its own degree of difficulty, complexity, and they must perfect every single one of these.
I'm gonna prove to everyone that I'm not a floater, that just because I haven't been in a pressure test doesn't mean I don't deserve to be here. With pressure tests, the dials are turned up a little bit, but I can do this. I'm a legitimate threat. I might not be a baker, but I can pull this off. It's my turn to shine here.
First thing they have to do is to blind bake their tart shell.
I'm rolling out my pastry dough, and it's sticking to the table. It's breaking apart. Ugh. I flour the surface, I flour the top. It just sticks, tears, rips. I don't know what's happening with it. This is just gonna be tough. But I do not have time to make another pâte sucrée. Oh, God. I'm gonna take bits and pieces and fill in the holes and make it work.
With pie dough, everything's by touch, and it doesn't feel perfect to me, so I just cross my fingers. Woo! So with savory cooking, it's easy just to eyeball and taste. If something's off, you can kind of readjust. With baking, if you're off by a gram, it can change the whole dynamic of what you're baking.
So those cornmeal cakes for their blueberry grunt should be going into the oven right about now.
So in order to make the corn cake, essentially you fold everything together with whipped egg whites. Needs more. My egg whites are just not stiffening up. I don't know if I have some yolk in there that's causing some issue. I don't know why these things aren't stiffening up. So I pour it out and start over. I'm gonna push through it no matter what. Giving up is not an option.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Andy is compensating for his missteps with speed.
I'm just looking for what to do next, try to keep moving.
Okay, how's this looking?
Andy's pâte sucrée just came out of the oven and it doesn't look good.
I look at the tart that it almost looks just like a flat cookie. And frankly, I think I'm screwed. I don't think there's anything that I can do to come back from this. I just gave this competition to Mike G. My only strategy for this challenge is just keep pushing no matter what.
Come on, come on, come on.
I have a little bit of the pastry dough left. I roll it out, put it back in the tart shell, and get it back in the oven.
He is really working double time to get this challenge done.
I got to admire him, though. When he knows it's not right, he takes a step back and fixes it.
This can completely change my life. I left a job I didn't really like, and I'm chasing my culinary dream. And I want to be able to show my daughter that, yes, you can make big changes in your life and chase big dreams.
Hi there, Andy.
Hi, Chef. How you doing?
I couldn't help but notice that you have had a rocky start. Do you think you've caught back up?
I haven't. I don't have time to turn around. I know Mike's going to be moving at light speed, too. Head down, work hard, hope for the best. That's all I can do.
Fingers crossed. So what are you working on now?
Working on the curd. Made this in the competition earlier today. It was yuzu instead of lemon juice. Comfortable with the curd. Feel like this is my moment to calm down and then kick it into high gear.
Stay focused. Good luck.
I will. Thank you, Chef.
These two are moving at lightning speed.
Come on.
I've never seen anything like it. So right now, both home cooks are making their blueberry cloud.
A blueberry cloud is a puree that has gelatin and then air incorporated. So it's light, fluffy, but it's just almost like a beautiful cloud.
Both of them are using all their strength to aerate that mixture.
I need to whisk like no tomorrow to make this happen.
I'm exhausted watching them.
They are feeling the heat right now.
God, my arm.
Nice, guys.
Oh, God, I'm tired.
I get that second tart shell out of the oven, and it's actually looking pretty good.
That looks a lot better, Andy. Come on, get your custard in there and get it in the oven.
At this point, I have 10 minutes left to bake this tart out, get it plated, and get it up there.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Andy's going to have to leave his tart in the oven to the very last second.
Come on.
Andy's getting through this with sheer brute determination.
You got this, Andy. You can do it.
I don't know.
There are so many elements that they need to cut, assemble, and dress on plates before they can present the 3 classic Canadian desserts.
I am plating the blueberry jam that goes on the bottom of the blueberry grunt. There's a lot of juice and liquid left in it. and I know it's not exact, but it's something, so I just get it on the plate in order to finish the rest of the plating. It's all good.
Serve it in the tin if you have to. Just get it on the plate.
A moment of truth right now. How is Andy gonna get that hot tart out of that case?
Yes! Good job, Andy!
Get your meringue on, come on!
I can't. I have no time. And I don't have meringue right now. I don't know what you would call this, but it's not meringue. But there's nothing I can do at this point. I just put it on top of the butter tart and just hope for the best.
Oh no, Andy!
It's not there.
Andy's struggling with his meringue. You know, I'm here to help him out. He's a very good friend of mine.
Here you go, dude, here you go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Come on, guys!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
I'm proud of you. I don't even know what to say. I feel that was a complete blur. I don't know if I've ever worked that hard in my entire life. They're not the most beautiful things I've ever plated, but they're probably the dishes I'm most proud of.
All right, Andy.
Chef.
I couldn't help but notice that you redid every misstep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever in my entire life worked as hard as I just did to produce these, so I hope you enjoy them.
Let's see if the coconut jelly is set perfectly. It looks amazing.
Good work.
That's the best Nanaimo bar I've ever had.
Amazing. Thank you, Chef.
This is next level. As close as you get to replicating the Nanaimo bar that we showed you.
With a replication, it has to look identical, and I know that this one doesn't look perfect, maybe more of a distant cousin.
Andy! Ugh. Tell me what went wrong.
It was kind of the theme of the day. I had to do everything twice, so it was a sprint to the finish, but I'm just happy to have something up here.
But are we gonna get a runny filling?
Like mine.
Ooh, perfect.
Interesting.
Wow, I am impressed.
Thank you. So am I.
Let's see the bottom. Well, it's actually not bad, okay? Maybe a little bit too thin. Let me taste it. You nailed it on the filling.
Thanks, Chef.
The flavor's all there. Nice caramelization on the sugar. It may not look good, but I must say, tastes very good.
Thank you, Chef.
Andy, time to try your blueberry grunt. Look, the obvious element here that failed to meet the mark is the jam, the consistency of it. Just needed a few more minutes to reduce.
Yeah.
It's all down to time. Your corn cake, I think, is about as perfect as it gets.
Wow, thank you.
The moisture and the density and the lightness of it is delicious. The blueberry cloud is probably one of the toughest, uniquest elements on this plate.
Yes.
You nailed it. It's not an exact replication, and it wasn't the prettiest, but there were some elements within this dish that you truly delivered.
Thank you, Chef.
Becky, have you been taking it all in?
Oh, yeah.
No matter who wins, you are going to be up against one tough competitor. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
What you making there, Becky?
Twigs. My dessert is gonna be a fallen apple, like one that's freshly fallen off a tree. It's an apple panna cotta. The core is gonna be an apple jelly with toasted pine nut seeds, and then a twig made out of this dough and a sugar leaf.
If any one of these steps goes wrong, it's gonna ruin the entire dessert.
It's a lot to do with just 1 hour.
The panna cotta, I would say, is probably the most difficult element of Becky's dish. The key is to make sure that you don't put too much gelatin into the mixture for your panna cotta, otherwise it'll make it way too stiff.
I want to show the judges a completely different type of dessert. I can never afford culinary school, So the only food knowledge that I had was through cookbooks. And now this experience has opened up a whole new world for me.
Yeah, I don't think Becky's future is in construction anymore.
Hello, Becky. So what are you making for pudding? As you know, pudding, that's what we Brits call dessert. What are you making for dessert?
I'm gonna do a fallen apple. So it's a apple panna cotta with an apple jelly core with some toasted pine nuts in it.
Nice.
And then this is gonna be like the ground.
The soil?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Is there anything a little extra that you're going to do to this dessert?
And I'm gonna do a gel glaze.
And the glaze is going to be going onto the apple itself?
Yeah.
Sounds like the perfect ending to your apple-themed three-course menu. Smells good, Becky.
Thank you.
You got this, Becky. You got this, Becky.
I chose some pine nuts and put them in the jelly core, and they represent the seeds in a natural apple.
Brilliant.
How ingenious is that?
The apple jelly is not set enough, so the pine nuts keep floating back up. It's like a whack-a-mole.
I have no idea if this dessert is gonna work until like the last minute.
5 minutes left. This will be your last 5 minutes in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
She's just taken a small piece of her panna cotta and doing a little test of her glaze.
This dessert has to be perfect. I'm gonna ditch the glaze, I don't really like it.
Look, Becky just threw away her apple glaze. She's just thrown it out. Wow.
No more apple syrup?
No. It just looks too fake, like the color and everything.
She has a lot of discipline coming from a 19-year-old. If something doesn't work, she takes it out of the picture.
I'm just a bag of nerves right now.
1 minute! 1 minute left!
The best battle I've ever seen.
Come on, guys.
Beautiful! Gorgeous! Come on, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
I'm happy to present this dessert, but it's nerve-wracking getting the feedback.
Becky, please describe your dessert.
My dessert is a fallen apple. It's a apple panna cotta with an apple jelly, a soil, a sabla twig, and a sugar leaf.
Where's the glaze?
I just thought it would be too fake, that red color from food coloring, so I just wasn't comfortable serving it.
Nothing wrong with that. If it doesn't belong there, don't put it there.
Let's dig in.
The flavors are somewhat familiar, yet unique and different. Familiar as far as the panna cotta with the apple jelly within it. The soil has a deep, rich flavor to it that is such a strong anchor to this dish.
This is one of the most original desserts I've had anywhere.
There's a lot going on, but you can sense what is going on. So nothing is overpowering. And I like the journey you have taken us on with the apple.